Welcome to the Gospel Teachings of Richard Arlen Kern. Today we're going to be talking about the blessings that Jacob gave his sons. The title is Prophecies Concerning the 12 Tribes of Israel, starting with Reuben, from Genesis chapter 49, verses 3 and 4. Reuben, my firstborn, you are my strength, and the beginning of my sorrow, excelling in gifts, greater in command. You are poured out as water. Grow you not, because you went out to your father's bed and did defile his couch. And in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 6, let Reuben live and not die, and be he small in number. Next is Simeon, Genesis 49, verses 5 through 7. Simeon and Levi, brethren, vessels of iniquity, waging war. Let not my soul go into their council, nor my glory be in their assembly. Because in their fury they slew a man, and in their self-will they undermined a wall. Cursed be their fury, because it was stubborn, and their wrath, because it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and will scatter them in Israel. In Deuteronomy 33, Simeon is not mentioned. Levi, Genesis 49, verses 5 through 7. Simeon and Levi, brethren, vessels of iniquity, waging war, let not my soul go into their council, nor my glory be in their assembly. Because in their fury they slew a man, and in their self-will they undermined a wall. Cursed be their fury, because it was stubborn, and their wrath, because it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and will scatter them in Israel. In Deuteronomy 33, 8 through 11, to Levi also he said, your perfection and your doctrine be to your holy man, whom you have proved in the temptation, and judged at the waters of contradiction, who has said to his father and to his mother, I do not know you, and to his brethren, I know you not, and their own children they have not known. They have kept your word, and observed your covenant, your judgments, O Jacob, and your law, O Israel. They shall put incense in your wrath and holocaust upon your altar. Bless our Lord, his strength, and receive the works of his hands. Strike the backs of his enemies, and let not them hate him rise. Judah, Genesis 49, 9 through 12. Judah is a lion's whelp. To the prey, my son, you are gone up. Resting, you have couched as a lion, and as a lioness, who shall rouse him? The scepter shall not be taken away from Judah, nor a ruler from his thigh, till he come that is to be sent, and he shall be the expectation of nations, tying his foal to the vineyard, and his ass, O my son, to the vine. He shall wash his robe in wine, and his garment in the blood of the grape. His eyes are more beautiful than wine, and his teeth whiter than milk. And that is actually a foreshadow of Jesus. Deuteronomy 33, 7, this is the blessing of Judah. Hear, O Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. His hands shall fight for him, and he shall be his helper against his enemies. Next is Zebulun, Genesis 49:13. Zebulun shall dwell on the seashore, and in the road of ships, reaching as far as Sidon. Deuteronomy 33:18 and 19. And to Zebulun he said, rejoice, O Zebulun, in your going out, and Issachar in your tabernacles. They shall call the people to the mountain. There shall they sacrifice the victims of the justice. Who shall suck as milk the abundance of the sea, and the hidden treasures of the sands? Issachar 49:14 and 15. Issachar shall be a strong ass lying down between the borders. He saw rest that it was good, and the land that it was excellent, and he bowed his shoulder to carry, and became a servant under tribute. Deuteronomy 33:18. And to Zebulun he said, rejoice, O Zebulun, in your going out, and Issachar in your tabernacles. Dan, this is Genesis 49:16 through 18. Dan shall judge his people like another tribe in Israel. Let Dan be a snake in the way, a serpent in the path, that bites the horse's heels, that his rider may fall backward. I will look for your salvation, O Lord. Deuteronomy 33:22. To Dan also he said, Dan is a young lion. He shall flow plentifully from Bashan. Next is Gad. Genesis 49:19. Gad, being girded, shall fight before him, and he himself shall be girded backward. Deuteronomy 33:20 and 21. And to Gad he said, Blessed be Gad in his breadth. He has rested as a lion, and has seized upon the arm and the top of the head. And he saw his preeminence, that in this portion the teacher was laid up, who was with the princes of the people, and did the justices of the Lord, and his judgment with Israel. Next is Aser, Genesis 49:20. Aser, his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield dainties to kings. Deuteronomy 33:24 and 25. To Aser also he said, Let Aser be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. His shoe shall be iron and brass. As the days of your youth, so also shall be your old age. Naphtali, Genesis 49:21. Naphtali, a heart let loose, and giving words of beauty. Deuteronomy 33:23. And to Naphtali he said, Naphtali shall enjoy abundance, and shall be full of the blessings of the Lord. He shall possess the sea and the south. Next is Joseph. Genesis 49:22 through 26. Joseph is a growing son and comely to behold. The daughters run to and fro upon the wall, but they that held darts provoked him, and quarrelled with him, and envied him. His bow rested upon the strong, and the bands of his arms and his hands were loosed, by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob. Thence he came forth a pastor, the stone of Israel. The God of your father shall be your helper, and the Almighty shall bless you with the blessings of heaven above, with the blessings of the deep that lies beneath, with the blessings of the breasts and the womb. The blessings of your father are strengthened with the blessings of his fathers, until the desire of the everlasting hills should come. May they be upon the head of Joseph, and upon the crown of the Nazarite among his brethren. Deuteronomy 33:13 through 17. To Joseph also he said, Of the blessing of the Lord be his land, of the fruits of heaven, and of the dew, and of the deep that lies beneath, of the fruits brought forth by the sun and by the moon, of the tops of the ancient mountains, of the fruits of the everlasting hills, and of the fruits of the earth, and of the fullness thereof, the blessing of him that appeared in the bush, come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the crown of the Nazarite among his brethren. His beauty as of the firstling of a bullock, his horns as the horns of a rhinoceros. With them shall he push the nations even to the ends of the earth. These are the multitudes of Ephraim, and these the thousands of Manasseh. Next is Benjamin. Genesis 49:27. Benjamin, a ravenous wolf, in the morning shall eat the prey, and in the evening shall divide the spoil. In Deuteronomy 33:12, and to Benjamin he said, The best beloved of the Lord shall dwell confidently in him. As in a bride chamber shall he abide all the day long, and between his shoulders shall be rest. So this is the 12 sons of Jacob who end up becoming the 12 tribes of Israel. But it does kind of work interestingly if you notice that they don't quite line up the way that you'd think they would. There's a couple missing, and then it mentions Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which is kind of an interesting thing to think about, especially because of who Joseph was and how much he says about him and what he ends up doing. But beyond that, a lot of this stuff has to do with futuristic things. Although these were blessings given by Jacob, they were all supposed to be things that would be happening to the tribes in basically the second coming of Jesus. So I ask that you all pray and look into this, and have a wonderful night.